You're back in the loft right here on Afternoon Express, exclusively to SABC3. Now, everyone knows Maps Maponyane as the cool, confident, charming guy who's basically just taking over the entertainment industry. But when it comes to skincare, he too suffers from the occasional eczema as well as psoriasis, proving that at the end of the day, he's just as human as you and I. It's time to get under the skin with Maps Maponyane. Ladies, this one's for you.
My name is Maponyane, but South Africa knows me as Maps Maponyane, and I work in fashion, media and entertainment. What would people be surprised to know about me? I think the fact that from the first words I ever uttered until the age of about 12, I had a really, really bad stutter. That's probably one of the main things, and also the fact that I really am a clown, you know, around my friends and everything. You know, you would think because of, you know, a lot of the stuff that I do, people just assume that I, you know, quite serious. I take my work seriously, but I'm actually really, really silly. Do I suffer from any skincare issues? Yeah, all the time actually. I like to be outdoors quite a bit, and my job requires me to be in the sun a lot. You know, maybe if we're doing a shoot and we in the sun all day, and I actually react quite badly to the sun. I break out in quite a bad rash, either on my arms, on my face, and it's something that is always happening. So I've had to take, you know, some precautions for that, whether it's taking some antihistamines before, putting on an extra layer of sunscreen just to make sure that I've protected my skin. And I also, now and again, with certain detergents and liquids, I get cases of mild eczema, or very, perhaps you can say very mild psoriasis as well. And my skin tends to peel quite a bit, and it's something I've had to watch against, and it's usually just on my hands, and I have to use quite a bit of hand lotion just to keep it protected and to keep it covered. My understanding of psoriasis, especially in extreme cases, is when your skin cells grow much faster than the normal speed, causing thick layers of skin over your skin, on the surface of your skin, and it causes these white patches that in some cases can look like sort of warts, or it can look just like different light patches of skin on top of skin, silvery patches, or they can get quite red and they're very itchy, and if it's really, really bad, it can start to form on top of each other, and then you've got a serious issue. So psoriasis is definitely something to look out for and to treat. My skincare routine is something I like to keep quite simple. I don't like to complicate what goes onto my skin. I try to keep it as organic as possible as well. Don't want to add too many chemicals, but what I try and do every single day is wash my face with quite a pure face wash, whatever it may be, even if it's foamy, just as long as it doesn't contain any fragrances or chemicals in it, something that's quite kind on your skin. And because I've got quite sensitive skin, so I don't want it to react in any way. And then straight after that, I always make sure that I moisturize. And after moisturizing, I always like to make sure that I add some sunscreen lotion, because that is probably the most important thing. You know, they say that black don't crack, but I can definitely tell you that down the line, black definitely does crack. So whatever your skin tone, it's just always good to make sure that you look after it, to look after your complexion. The sun is harsh. It definitely doesn't discriminate, and it will damage your skin if you don't look after it, and add some good SPF over your skin every single morning. And try to do it as often as possible throughout the day, because it tends to only last about an hour and a bit. So if you put it on a couple times a day, then you're giving your skin extra protection. Make sure that you're wearing a hat, preferably a wide brim one, to make sure that your face is protected. And wear a good pair of sunglasses, really blocking out all those UV rays that could be damaging your skin. Also, drink lots and lots of water. Hydration is the best thing to do to keep the complexion, the color of your skin, and keep it looking healthy, because you need to work it from the inside as much as you're doing on the outside. And a lot of our skins get really dehydrated, and that's when skin tone starts to become uneven, and you get all your spots and everything. So it's all within the diet and everything, but the main thing is water.
Troubled by irritated and scaly skin? Try Dermalex Psoriasis.
So it seems like Maps Maponyane needs to be a dermatologist. He knows quite a lot about his skin conditions and how to treat them. We're back on the couch now with Dr. Dilshad Asmal to chat a bit more about psoriasis as well as eczema. So, Doctor, we've been speaking about skin conditions in general today, and Maps obviously mentioned the idea of psoriasis. And I know a little bit about eczema. Psoriasis is slightly more of a grey area for me when it comes to skin conditions. Just give us a brief on what exactly it causes and on what causes it, because Maps had his theory.
Psoriasis is a chronic inflammatory skin condition where your skin cells replicate much faster than the usual skin cell. Because usually we have our skin cells where it goes through the whole cycle of about 4 weeks. Here the skin cycle actually takes days. So you get silvery flakes, you can get your thick, round plaques or your patches on your skin. So again, like he said, they can itch. Some patients are totally and utterly asymptomatic.
Okay.
But psoriasis is considered to be an immune-mediated disease. And I think what people also don't know is that there's hardcore evidence saying that if you have psoriasis, you have an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and hypercholesterolemia. And that's literature that has come out. So patients who have psoriasis should get checked up by their GP.
How do we get psoriasis?
Well, psoriasis can be genetic. So it can run in families. So a good family history is always important. But then, like I said, an immune-mediated response where there's a whole complex range of interactions within the skin to give us this chronic inflammatory skin condition.
I see. And one of the most troubling things about skin conditions, first of all, is the visual unappeal of it. But then other stuff is that it itches and it's frustrating to have around you, and it can go red and it can be white, like Maps did say before. That's scaliness. Let's talk about how to treat that.
Well, from a dermatology point of view, we look at keratolytics. I call them my D-scalers. We look at topical steroids, never oral steroids for psoriasis.
Okay.
Right? We look at vitamin A-derived drugs, vitamin D-derived drugs. We look at immunosuppressives. That means drugs that can suppress your immune system and help suppress that replication of your skin cells. And then there are new drugs called biologics that are phenomenal, but then they're also phenomenally expensive.
Sure. So is it something that you can treat and then remove from your system, or is it something that's going to be with you forever, you're constantly having to treat?
It generally is a long-term condition. Some patients are lucky where it burns out and it goes away. But the general rule is that it's a chronic condition.
Okay. One of the products that I've heard that does really, really well is the Dermalex product for this. Tell us more about that one.
Well, Dermalex is a good range. It's a good product. It basically has Vaseline and soothing ingredients to actually help with that peeling, that scaling of the skin and to repair the skin. It also affords a barrier between the environment and the skin, so foreign particles can't really reach into the skin.
I see. So any final advice from you for viewers out there who maybe know somebody or are suffering with psoriasis themselves in terms of helping them treat this on a daily basis?
Well, first of all, there is treatment available. You know, go and get some help, because psoriasis can also be psychologically debilitating, especially if it's so visual. Treat your skin like a baby's bottom. You know, use not...
Spank it. Oh, no? No.
Not today. Okay. Right, not today. You basically use soap-free cleansers. Like he said, nothing that irritates his skin. Rather use emollients rather than gels or lotions. You know, sun actually helps to a degree. So I'm not telling you...
D.
Yeah, no, but it's sun with regards to the light therapy. But don't go and bake, because I'm a dermatologist. We don't talk about a tan. But get limited sun exposure. It definitely helps with psoriasis.
Oh, Doctor, thank you so much. Eye-opening. I always learn a lot from you when you sit on this couch, so thank you for joining us today and teaching us all about skincare. And I must say that Maps is probably was one of those kids at school. Everyone was like, I don't even notice the skin condition, because everyone's focused on that face of his. So now having a skincare condition is not something you should be ashamed of at all. With the right products and the right products, such as Dermalex Psoriasis, you can help control skin scaling as well as peeling. And if you're watching with us, why not join our discussion on Facebook and on Twitter, where we're talking all about the greatest skincare concerns that you're facing. So don't forget to use the hashtags DermalexSA as well as hashtag Afternoon Express. Over to you, Bon. Hello YouTubers, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, because we've got full episodes available for you. All those really cool interviews we've done, all the cool performances are right over there for you. So all you have to do is click subscribe. It's somewhere over here on this side of my face. Click it right now. Do it.